Paris and the Satins.
All right.
Their hit recording in the
Now, sometimes I spend a little bit of time on this first article, but with this one, I'm not going to spend too long on it. The title's pretty self-explanatory. Cyberpunk 2078 is coming real soon. Well, not real soon, but according to what I've seen, it's getting a sequel. Cyberpunk 2077 gets a new name as pre-production phase is now officially underway. And I hope this time they release a game that fucking works on day one, that doesn't have a 1.0 that might make your computer shit itself and do the stanky leg. A Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, codenamed Project Orion, was formally announced back in 2022. I didn't hear about this. And CD Projekt Red has been providing investors with progress updates, whatever the fuck, on its development since then. Most recently, in March, it revealed Project Orion was nearing the end of its concept phase. So that means they're about to actually start designing models and doing the base game art and writing the story. Oh, peak is about to happen. Announcing its latest development milestone, CD Projekt Red also took the opportunity to jettison the Project Orion codename and instead begin referring to the sequel simply as Cyberpunk 2. I hope this is not the final name, and I understand if they don't want to necessarily do Cyberpunk 2078, but let's say they want to do a sequel 10 years in the future called Cyberpunk 2087 or Cyberpunk 2088 and go 11 years, but I'm just saying. As per the studio's Q1 25 pre-production is underway. I mean, the rest of this shit is pretty self-explanatory, and they're gonna be repeating themselves and yapping about other miscellaneous shit. But Cyberpunk 2078 is on the way. I'm gonna definitely keep an eye out, keep a lookout for this, because I didn't get a chance to beat Cyberpunk 2077 because at the time my computer wasn't up to par, up to snuff, number one. And when the 1.0 version of this game came out, I personally never had any issues with this game, but I didn't have the greatest computer, still don't, and I don't want to risk it, you know? I paid good money for my computer, and I use this computer for a lot of different things. If anything on this computer gets fucked up because of a video game, I'm gonna be about mad as shit, young boy. Anyway, apparently, hold on. I gotta get the instrumental out. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. But, oh wait. I know how to get around it. Is this the OG one? Come on. I have to load the video. Okay, yeah, it is the OG one. The Mind's Eye CEO is saying, niggas, there's a concentrated effort to try and take me out. And I'm sure, I can guarantee that there are bot forums posting negative and fake comments on me. They trying to take me out. They want my head top, but they not gonna get it. Not if I got something to do with it. Many men. Oh, he said this. Actually, not many men. Many bots. Many bots. Wish death upon me. No, I don't cry no more. I said I don't look to the sky no more. Many bots. Wish death upon the Mind's Eye CEO. And now he's claiming there's a concentrated effort to it. But let's read further into the article, bro. Gerald, what is this nigga's first name? Because I cannot pronounce that shit. CEO Mark. So Mark's commentary began, his descent into madness began on the 27th of May, 25 years after the year 2000, with a response to a user on the Mind's Eye Discord who asked if the people who reacted negatively to what's been seen of the game were financed by someone, and he said 100%, drawing a handful of joy and fire emoji reactions. Doesn't take much to guess who. Well, nigga, it takes much, because I don't know who. I don't know who the fuck would fund this. Because it's not that hard to start a smear campaign on a game, number one. Number two, it's not that hard to do it for free. Number 3, I do believe there is some truth to what he's saying, but not in a way that you would expect. Yes, there are a lot of negative people who are like bots, but not bots as in somebody typed up, hey, I sent 100 bots to this post and send a negative message. No, I mean, there's a lot of people where if their favorite content creator says something, they go right behind that motherfucker and say the exact same thing, do the exact same thing. A lot of people is influenced by bad things. But unfortunately, for those of us not immersed in the scene, it does take a little bit to guess who. In part because there seems to be quite a few potential candidates out there. I don't know any of the candidates, so I'm starting from zero. The response to Mind Eye thus far has been somewhat muted, and it's not hard to find criticisms online. Yeah, because to be fair, I like the idea of the game, and the idea of the game looks cool, but there's a lot of ways you can say, this game looks dog shit. Quite a few followers seem to think that Mark was pointing a finger at Rockstar. Quite a few followers seem to think Gerald was pointing a finger at Rockstar, where Benzies spent years working on Grand Theft Auto, Manhunt, Red Dead Redemption, L.A. Noire, and Max Payne 3. Conspiratorially, it fits. It was a big deal when that nigga left Rockstar to do his own thing. And Mind's Eye certainly looks like it is in the same vein as a Grand Theft Auto game. But it's been a decade since he parted ways with the studio, and more to the point, does anyone really think Rockstar is worried about Mind's Eye muscling in on GTA 6 territory? And I'm gonna answer that for you. No, they don't. Nobody is worried about Mind's Eye at Rockstar because they know when GTA 6 drops. First off, let me be quite frank with y'all. Let me get a little bit serious. There's an urgent message to whoever the fuck is working at the studio that's making Mind's Eye. If your game don't drop now, a year before Grand Theft Auto 6, if your game dropped the same year as Grand Theft Auto 6, the year after it, the year after that, or the year after that, your game's dead. So you have a 6-month window to drop your game. And I know it's not fair, but it's reality. If your game don't drop either right now or at the beginning of next year when there's nothing to play, your shit is the same game K-Flock is allegedly in. DOA. That shit is dead on arrival. Dead on, I know that's not what it stands for, but shut the fuck up. Dead on arrival. Dead on arrival, nigga. You're cooked. Nobody's playing your shit over GTA. I'm sorry. I think it looks cool, but keep in mind, when I give opinions, I'm coming from the standpoint of someone who could be considered and is often considered a more, not the most, but a more hardcore gamer than most. The average nigga who plays video games will not play Mind's Eye. I'm sorry. No matter how big your game is, Grand Theft Auto is a legacy IP that has been around for longer than I have been alive. Now, the incarnation, the version that we're familiar with today, hasn't been around with longer than I've been alive, but more niggas know about Grand Theft Auto than they will ever know about Mind's Eye. Okay? Grand Theft Auto has caused so many controversies and stuff like that. Nigga, you're not competing. But let's keep going. In any event, Mark didn't elaborate on who the fuck he thinks is coming for his game, but he made it clear he wasn't joking in response to another message where Mark wrote, "Absolutely wild. Not wild when it's true." That nigga think he got a chip on his shoulder. This nigga think he's 67 Cent or some shit. Is this other article adding on to anything? No, bitch, I don't want to sign up in any way, shape, or form. The fuck out my face. Oh no, this is just adding on to it. But yeah, this nigga thinks someone's paying for a smear campaign in Mind's Eye. Not gonna lie, gang, you don't have to pay for a smear campaign on that. But something that they would have got more positive results if they paid for a smear campaign. I know this is a sanitizing spray bottle, but pretend it's a blunt. Pretend it's a lighter. Hack versus is about to be in a box. Fuck that nigga Tony. Shout out to the modding community for multiverses. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look more into it on your own, but just look up Multiverses Beta and Multiverses Plus. There's people who's modding stuff into Multiverses to try and keep the game alive and keep it fun for people who want to play this game without all the Multiverses extra sloppy shit. So the short version of this is Multiverses is finally shutting the fuck down. WB is finally letting it the fuck go so the community can take a hold of it and it become an actually fun fucking game. I'm happy. I'm excited. Matter of fact, this is the wrong goddamn music. I'm happy. I'm excited that this shit is being taken over, bro. I like nothing can describe my excitement of seeing this game shut down, because now people who actually give a fuck about the game will update it. Well, I don't want to say that. Now we don't have to worry about people who don't give a fuck about the game being in charge of it. We don't have to worry about this game being microtransaction the fuck out, because they're gonna mod away all those dumbass barriers so that people can just play through the fucking story without having to spend $100,000 or be on a game for unrealistic amounts of time. And I'd love to see it. But for those of you who didn't know, the game's officially shutting down tomorrow and will be delisted. Meaning, if you don't download this game and have it on your computer, like see, where is it? Like see, I have Multiverse, and actually, I downloaded it on Steam earlier today too. Whatever. Anyway, if you want to play this game offline and you want to experience being able to play this game with mods and stuff like that, I suggest you download this bitch on Epic Game Store and you download it on Steam and keep it on your computer. Make sure it's in your account for all platforms, because this game will be delisted and I don't know if it'll be re-downloadable. All right, let's keep that in mind, guys. That's number one. Number two, yeah, I'm gonna download this shit on my PS4 to up the value of that bitch and see if maybe one day somebody will buy it just because it has Multiverses console on it. Now getting into some more console-based news, guys. You ever wanted to control your game like this? You ever wanted to control your game like you got heartburn? We're seeing the Nintendo Switch 2 mouse controls, and I saw this video, and it's only like 14 seconds. So I saw it, and I was just watching, and I was like, this don't look good. Like I said, the way he's turning his hand and the way he has the controller in his hand, it looks as uncomfortable as I thought it would look. Number one, and number two, I don't know what game you would want to do. You would want to fucking do this in over using controls and control sticks. So maybe it'll be different when I get it into my hands, but this shit just looks like all around all ass A. This one I wanted to read into because apparently Xbox is working on a handheld, but they put it on hold. They put it on stop. I want to see what that's about, because there's a report that the expected handheld system that was going to include the Microsoft Store, PC Game Pass, and the ability to install Steam. Additionally, Microsoft is also rumored to be working on its own first-party handheld device, targeting a 2027 release date, alongside the 2027 console. That development reportedly has been put on hold. Anyway, following up on its earlier reporting, Windows Central Jez Corden claimed that Microsoft wants to build up its own Xbox handheld in the future, but they have decided to prioritize its teams to improve Windows 11 gaming performance. I guess, like, I've played Xbox games on Windows 11, the very few, like 2-3 times. I had no choice but to do so, and it works for me, but maybe that shit is fucking ass, and I just don't know it because I don't use it very often. But we understand that Keenan is targeting a launch for later this year. The hardware side is essentially finished. Okay, so they have the console designed, and they're trying to figure out the software to experience on the software side. Okay, so they already got the device designed. We know that. The device, in terms of what CPU, GPU, and stuff like that, according to this article, is already designed. It's just a matter of cleaning shit up on the software side, but they need to take extra focus away from that to focus on the Windows situation. I mean, I can't be mad at it, I guess. Well, actually, it's for Windows 11, so yeah, fuck them. Fuck you, Microsoft. A little bit of PlayStation. Oh my god. Get this shit out my face. Little bit of PlayStation news. This one I added because I thought it could be interesting. So we're going to read through the cliff notes and see if it's worth reading further. Subscriptions may limit game creativity and development. Sony's PlayStation Plus approach is healthier for developers, and Yoshida warns against live service trend in gaming industry. Yeah, I definitely, whatever he's about to say about this, I definitely agree, because a live service thing isn't sustainable for a lot of studios. Think of it like this. Would you use a cop car to put out a fire in a burning house? No. Why? Because a cop car is not, first off, fuck police. Second off, a cop car is not equipped with the necessary equipment or tools or capabilities that is needed to get people out of a burning house, to put out the different kinds of fires, to try and suppress it and make sure it doesn't go to other houses, to carry the amount of personnel needed to deal with situations where houses or buildings or whatever are on fire. It's just not equipped for that. So what do you do when you need to go put out a fire? You get a fire truck. Some of these studios are garbage trucks and cop cars trying to put out fires when it comes to making live service games. Because that's the way you need to think of a game. Games are never-ending fires starting from place to place, and as a game developer, what you're doing is you're running around with a hose and hosing down a fire by adding patch updates and bug fixes. And every time you fix one bug, another bug, aka fire, pops up, and you gotta go put that one out. With the live service game, it's 10 times as harder. Then God forbid it's a game with PvP action. Now you have to worry about balancing different aspects of the game, such as if it's a shooter type game, you have to balance the different guns. Let's say something like Marvel Rivals, you have to rebalance different characters that are overly strong in the meta. Or even with a fighting game, sometimes there's a move that has a broken property that makes the character play in a way that's unintended and make them engage in an unfun playstyle. You now have to fix that. Not every studio is equipped to do that. That's why, again, some studios are like cop cars and garbage trucks. You shouldn't be trying to put out fires. You should make your single player game, whether it's action, adventure, RPG, puzzle game, make your single player game and go on about your fucking day. Let's see where his quote is. In an interview where the former PlayStation employee Yoshida shares, if the only way for people to play games is through subscriptions, that's really dangerous, because what type of games can be created and dictated by the owner of the subscription services. That's really, really risky, because there always must be basically niggas want new shit to play, and if you just subjugate all of your games to being on a subscription service, you devalue the individual value of each individual game, making people fuck with each game on a game by game basis less. Also, it just fucks with creativity when you put stuff on a subscription service and you put whenever you put creativity on a timer, you fuck with it, because it's very, very hard. And I'm saying this as someone who has still does, and sometimes puts their creativity on a timer out of necessity. I've been dropping a music project, at least 3 songs, sometimes 6, in a couple rare cases 12, 3 songs a month, every month, since about 2021 or 2020. 2021 to 2022, either 2020 or 2021. I've been dropping 3 to 6 song EPs every month. I will tell you, that shit is hard. It's hard to put out quality creativity on a consistent basis. So whenever you put a timer on creativity, you make that shit 10,000 times harder. And I'm doing my shit essentially for free. Well, I mean, there's light bills and shit like that, but it doesn't cost me anything to boot up FL Studio and make a song, more or less. It costs them millions of dollars to make these games. And especially when it comes to these AAA games that take 5 years on $100 million to make, you're not going to be able to pump out that level of scale and creativity on a subscription service to where there's 10 new good games a month. See, when it comes to film, at most, it takes a year to film something, right? If you already got like your treatment and your script and actors ready and everything, if you have everything ready, at most, it takes a year to film. At Video games, at least, it takes 3 years to make a game. Even if it's a shitty 6 out of 10 game, it takes at least 3 years and millions of dollars to make them. So I definitely agree. I believe the way Sony has approached subscriptions is healthier, not to overpromise and allow people to spend money to buy the new games. After a couple of years, there won't be many people willing to buy those games at that initial price, so they'll be added to the subscription service and there'll be more people willing to try those products. Yeah, and we've seen this already with Game Pass. Game Pass type subscriptions do tend to make people buy the game more. And the last thing I want to rub over is that there's somebody smoking on that Concord pack right now, because the Concord launch plaque has been donated to Goodwill. A Concord fan discovered a unique commemorative plaque awarded to one of the game's developers listed on a Goodwill online auction. I want to see the listing. Oh, that shit look fire. How much was it for? I need to know, how much did you pay for that? I found this on the Goodwill online store and took a look at the name, Chelsea Grace. Apparently, she was credited on the game as outsourcing and code. Damn. So the developers of Concord are lost so much money. Niggas had to sell memorabilia like a week after the fucking game. Less than a year after this game came out. I guess she didn't find her memories to be too fond, or perhaps this one got made in error. No, she probably had fond memories of this game, but it's just that she was strapped for cash and she said, fuck it. I know this will go for like a cool $200, so let's throw it out there. Strange thing to donate to Goodwill. Oh, she gave this shit away for free. So she was dealing with PTSD. Oh. Trauma was fucking her up so bad, she gave this shit away for free. Makes me wonder if the office stuff at Firewalk was donated when it got shut down. That would be even worse. Wait, let's see how much this bitch is going for. If it's still up there. 3,000? She donated this shit for free just for niggas to get 3 bands off of it? I don't think there will ever be another Concord. And I hope that's a good thing in terms of the gaming industry. But in terms of how much I actually enjoyed that game, there will never be another Concord. That being said, if you excuse me, I'm going to go play Multiverses for one last time.